The Balanced Scorecard and Strategy Maps.
Robert Kaplan and David Norton first introduced the Balanced Scorecard as a standalone concept in 1992 in a Harvard Business Review article. 28 The motivation behind the development of the Balanced Scorecard approach was to provide a tool that would measure performance beyond traditional, purely financial, indicators. It was immediately appealing not only to those organizations that did not seek superior financial performance as their primary objectives, such as not-for-profit organizations, but also to strategists who adopted the Balanced Scorecard for measuring those managerial activities that could not directly be assessed by reviewing financial balance sheets. The tool's great initial success led to the bestseller, The Balanced Scorecard, Translating Strategy into Action. 29. The Balanced Scorecard filled a void 30 that using financial measures alone left when assessing competitive and corporate strategy. This included the strategic value of non-financial resources such as intellectual capital. The Balanced Scorecard does not ignore the financials. Instead, it adds 3 more dimensions to the strategy assessment and planning processes, including customers, organizational processes, and learning and growth. The explicit objective is to measure current performance and also to evaluate how well the organization is actually positioned for future performance. According to Kaplan and Norton, the Balanced Scorecard provides 3 main advantages. First, it allows managers to identify the key focus areas that lead to superior results. Second, it supports the integration of organizational initiatives, including product or service quality, human resources activities, research and development, or other long-term activities. Third, it allows for breaking down the usually higher-order strategy objectives into finer-grained measurable activities that can then be attributed to individual departments and managers. For example, investment in training might not lead directly to higher profits, but it might improve the skills of the customer service representatives, which then will lead to higher levels of customer loyalty, which should lead to more sales. Other examples include the measurement of the effectiveness of information technology, specific customer data, and market intelligence that is not publicly available, as well as organizational climate including innovation propensity, entrepreneurial spirit, employees' conflict and problem-solving attitudes, and the efficiency of organizational processes. 31. It has to be pointed out that these measures are meant to complement financial performance data and do not replace them. In fact, the authors argue that in combination with 1. Traditional financial measures, 2. Customer scores, 3. Learning and growth scores, and 4. Internal business processes scores, the Balanced Scorecard approach further enables organizations to be more forward-looking, which then leads to better risk and cost-benefit assessments. 32. At the time when Kaplan and Norton developed the Balanced Scorecard, more and more management literature started to look strongly at the notion of customer focus. Hence, customer satisfaction became a hot topic. Measures for customer-relevant performance included new customer acquisition rates, customer retentions, loyalty, defect and failure rates, and relative market share. Depending on a firm's strategic objectives, for example, product leadership, for example, Mercedes, Intel, customer intimacy, for example, Starbucks, or operational excellence, for example, Walmart, these measures would reflect how well it performed. In the context of accelerated innovation cycles and technology change, the concept of continuous learning is regarded as a critical capability for organizations to achieve sustainable growth. Kaplan and Norton understood that measuring only the dollars spent on training would not measure successful learning. 33 Therefore, in order to assess the effectiveness of learning and growth activities, measures should include, for example, aggregated scores for employee satisfaction, information system availability, for example, intranet, propensity for information sharing, employees' willingness to excel, and the awareness of and willingness to support strategy. 34. Business processes are the fourth dimension included in the Balanced Scorecard. Business process scores measure internal effectiveness, or how well a business operates. There are two categories, including mission-oriented processes that encompass production processes, product turnaround, and innovation effectiveness. These mission-oriented processes are usually difficult to decouple or break down. Relevant measures have to be carefully developed by those who actually run the processes. The second category consists of support processes that are easier to measure because of their more repetitive characteristics. 35.